Hey guys, so today we're going to be checking out the Blacksite, and this is basically a tutorial on how to beat the Blacksite on Rookie. Now, most new players don't know too much about how to do this, I guess. I don't know. I don't know too much about it, but you want to load out similar to mine here. If you're a thief, you do want a thief on this level, at the very least, because these guards are a little bit smarter than most. And it doesn't matter what weapon you bring as long as they're both concealed. Like either one together. Okay, now we're in. And convenient right there. Yeah, you want to make sure that a guard is standing right at this box right here when you grab one. And then, of course, you do want to do what I just did and take the body bag into the thing into the cargo container that you spawned in. It's easy as that. And just like that, this guy's taken care of. That's a big thing. You want to take care of the upper guard. The lower guard, the other lower guard, you don't usually have to mess with unless you're playing with more than one person. And of course, you want to wait for her to get over to here, so you can do that. Knock her out. And remember, you want to stuff the bag into any of the chests or the dumpsters. It will help you in the long run, trust me. Now, of course, you want to be extremely careful over here, because as you can see, it's a hostile zone. Which means that their detection speed kind of goes up, like, to operative, almost, so. Just like that. I thought I screwed that up for a second. That would have been seriously bad. Yes, this is the level that really necessitates these chests. So you go in like that, easy. Of course, I think there's only 2 guards down here. Could be wrong, but there are 2. Now there are 2 ways to get into the cell block. One, you can go down like that to one of the doors. You also have access to a crowbar, but you don't ever use it. Either way, this leads to the same place. All roads lead here. You just preferably want to go through this door. And what do you know? There's someone there. So, again, don't want to mess that up. Okay, now you're in the cell block. Now here is the objective. You're now disguised, which is good. Now the camera operator is up in that room. It will disable taking him or her out will cause the cameras to go bonk. But in this case, it's a he, I think. We never know. Now, of course, you want to look for Rose. Rose will either be an A, B, C, or D. Another extremely useful, well, yeah, another extremely useful tip is that walking, like strafing past people will help. And also, guards can't see through the bars. I don't think, anyway. It's not a theory I'm willing to test, of course, but still something you should be watching out for. You see that? Boom. Easy. Now, Rose is in D. There she is. Fun fact on Loud, she is an absolute unit. And what I mean by a unit, I mean she will tank bullets. Like, she's basically a ghost. Like, they just go right through her and she deals damage. So basically, a juggernaut, I think. I don't know what a juggernaut really is, but I think it's something similar to that. Yeah. And remember, chests only have a storage capacity of 2. Anything bigger, like dumpsters, can hide more. So, very interesting to know. Alright, now in here, you see this control panel. You can walk around it like a normal person. Remember, you want to unlock the one that she's in, which is D. Preferably, you want to hope that she's in B. So, like RNG wise for time. Now, of course, when you find her, there she is. Now, you walk in there and this cutscene plays out. And who are you supposed to be? Lance. Halcyon sent me. We're getting you out. Took you long enough. Yeah, another voice acting. Now, Rose will now walk over to the, up there. Steel Cove, yep. Welcome to the rest of your life. Yeah, love that. Yeah, Rose is usually the loud one. Black beret. Yeah, you want to look for the person who has a black beret. Of course, it's, yeah, as Rose says. Now in here, you usually don't go in there because it's a hostile zone. And you want to try to loop as many of these cameras as you can. Just because, you never know. And these are automated cameras, which means that they have no guard or whatever. Now this is where you would enact Plan B, which is using these demo charges to blow up the anti-air guns. However, this is probably the safest spot to pull people in. Basically, just abduct them like this. No, abduct them like this. Crap. Ooh, that was close. Okay. So, yeah, you want to try to be careful with that. From this point, it doesn't matter where you put the guards. Because nobody will respawn there. And here is also a good spot to lure people into. Anywhere that has like a key card usually is good. However, that doesn't mean it's entirely safe. And there he is. The SC Commander. Whew. Okay, so chances are that guy's gonna come in here. But that was seriously close. Do not do what I just did. Gotta be a little bit more smart with your decisions. There he is. Okay, he's gonna come right here. Then you're just gonna do the same. Gosh darn it, I don't want to shout. That's gonna be an issue. Now, do not take him out. The plan heavily relies on you not taking him out until you've interrogated him. And then he loses his beret and goes bald. He's bald, apparently. Usually he keeps it, but for whatever reason he doesn't have it. Whatever. Now you just gotta wait for Rose to do her job. This is the guy that almost saw that. Now, Rose is gonna contact the escape. And it's gonna be smooth sailing from here. All they have to do is just sit here and just enjoy the the dialogue. Dang, now you're making me hungry for pizza, Rose. Rose, I blame you for this. And there she is. Always doing her job. Now, just gotta wait for these doors to open. And there's Ren. Where's that Falcon? And there comes Rose. You don't need to wait for her to arrive. You can just walk into this and boom. Congrats, you are done. You earn pretty much that, usually. It's pretty good. So anyway, guys, that is gonna do it. I will see you next time. I really, really hope you found this tutorial informative. Bye.